Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. Today we are going to continue our video lecture on significant figure. Last time we discussed different rules to find out the total number of significant figures, and today we will be looking at how we are going to find significant figure in different calculations. So, if we are having a kind of operation, addition or subtraction, then how we are going to correctly assign significant figure in our result. So for that, in case of addition or subtraction, we are having two quantities and they are being added, then whatever quantity will be least precise, and depending upon the number of decimal point or the number of digits after the decimal point, we have to restrict the result with that same number of digits, right? So addition and subtraction, we have to apply precision or the least precision rule in our result. So let us take an example. Okay, let's take this example. We are having three values, right? They can be the magnitude of three quantities, physical quantities, and you can see that depending upon the number of significant figure, we are having different precisions. In case of every value, we are having different precision. So this will be the highly precise measurement because it has more digit after the decimal point that actually suggests that we have measured this value with very precise instrument having a low value of least count, right? And this value, it is comparatively less precise than this value and more precise than the third value. And over here we are having only one digit after the decimal point. So this is the least precise measurement in this calculation. Now when we add all these three values, we will get this result. But here we are having 5 decimal digits after the decimal point. So what we are going to do, according to the rule, we have to restrict our result to the least precise physical quantity in our calculation, right? So you can see that out of these three, this one is the least precise value. So we have to restrict the digits after the decimal point up to 1, or we have to restrict the result up to 1 decimal point, right? So for that we are going to round off the trailing digits. You can see we are having 5, so even number will increase, so 9, and it become 10, so it become 3, right? So it is less than 5, so it will remain the same, the leading term will not change. Okay, so the final result will be 1147.8. So I hope that you know how you can round off decimal points. So this will be the result, right? So in case of addition or subtraction, whenever you are going to add 2 or more values, you have to restrict the result as such that it will correspond to the least precise quantity in our calculation. Okay, let's do another example for subtraction. So this is for addition, okay? This is for addition. Now for subtraction, next we are going to do the same for subtraction. So we are having two quantities, right? The first one has total 6 digits and 3 digits are after the decimal point, and the second one has total 5 digits and 2 digits are after the decimal point. So which one is the least precise measurement? For that we have to look at the digits which appear after the decimal point. So less digits after the decimal point, least will be the precision, right? So here the second value is least precise. So we have to confine our result to 2 decimal points, right? So we can round off it. The trailing digit is 2, so it will remain the same 9. Okay, so it is greater than 5, so we have to increase the leading digit. So greater than 5, it is 9, so it will become 1. Okay, but here we have to restrict it to 2 decimal places. So we can write it 72.09 because this will be as precise as this value, right? Having 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, so this is all about addition and subtraction, like how many significant figures will be there in the result. So for that you have to look at the least precise quantity in our calculation, right? So the result will be having that much precision. Okay, so next case we are going to discuss is for multiplication and division. Whenever two quantities are multiplied or divided, how many significant figure we have to confine in our result, right? When two or more quantities are multiplied or divided, the result will be having the same number of significant figure as the quantity with the smallest number of significant figures, right? So we have to look at these two quantities. Whatever quantity will be having the less number of significant figure, our result will be having the same number of significant figures. So we have to round off all the digits and confine our result to the least number of significant figure in our measured quantities, right? Okay, so you can see that when you multiply these two quantities, we will get this result, and these two quantities, they are having different number of significant figures. So over here we are having 4 significant figures, and in this value we are having only 3 significant figures. So the second quantity has less number of significant figures. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to round off all these digits, and we will make our result to 3 significant figures. So for that, what we are going to do, we will round off these digits. So for that, 6 is greater than 5, and we can increase this, and so it becomes 7. Again, 7 is greater than 5, so it will be increased by 1, it will become 8. 8 is again greater than 5, so here it will increase and it will become 1. Now, still we have to drop this digit because we only need 3 digits, right? So 1 is less than 5, so this digit will remain the same. So we can write our result as 109 point, and after decimal point we are not supposed to include any zeros, because if we include zeros, then those zeros are considered a significant figure, right? So this will be our result, and we can write this value in scientific notation 1.09 10 to the power 2. So you can see both these values have 3 significant figures. So in case of multiplication or division, we can confine our result to such number of significant figures which match the quantity having the least number of significant figures. Okay, so let's do another example for division. Okay, so let us take 2 values. So we have to divide these 2 values, right? So once you will perform the division, you will get this value. So it is terminating non-repeating decimal number, right? But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 digits that appear after the decimal point. So if we will follow this rule, then we can make our calculation and our way of representation easy, right, by minimizing such lengthy values. Now we have to apply the same rule like when we are going to divide 2 quantities. First we have to look at such a quantity which is having least number of significant figures. So you can see this value, it has 5 significant figure and it has 4 significant figures. So the least number of significant figure is 4. So we have to keep the same number of significant figure in our result. So we have to round off this up to 2 decimal places so that we can get 4 number of significant figures. So 5, so 3, it will become 8, it will remain 8, but this is less than 5. It is greater than 5, so it will increase, and it will become 2, again less than 5, so it will remain the same. 0, less than 5, so it will remain the same. Now here 8 is greater than 5, so this will increase and become 6. Again 6 is greater than 5, so the next term will increase and it will become also 6. So 6, and here again it is greater than 5, so it will become 7. Greater than 5, so it will become 2. Less than 5, so it will remain the same. So we have to restrict our value to up to 9, right? So our result would be 20.19. So you can see it has 4 significant figure. You know, the 4 significant figure is the least significant figure in our calculation, right? So that's how you can find out the number of significant figure in different calculations. So you know, whether you are multiplying or dividing, adding or subtracting, so you can remember these rules and thus you can, you know, simplify the calculation. Even if we use calculator, we can compute the result very quickly, but calculator doesn't give us any idea about the correct number of significant figure in our result. So that's why for watching more videos, don't forget to subscribe this channel. See you in the next lecture.